Hello, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you all to our first chapter of the JavaScript beginners tutorial. So, now, as we are just getting started, this is our chapter number one, where I'll be giving you guys an introduction to JavaScript. Okay, so we will see in this particular class that what we are going to learn throughout this whole tutorial the things about what we are going to learn. I'll just give you guys a little brief about each and everything over here in this particular chapter. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So the topic is unlocking the power of JavaScript, a comprehensive beginner's guide. So, if you do have any kind of previous experience, or whether you do have any kind of previous experience on programming, it doesn't matter because throughout this tutorial, I'm going to take out this class with very basic examples and with very basic things. Okay. So, if you are very new to programming as well, you can join this particular class and you can just start your first programming journey with this particular tutorial. So, the first topic is introducing JavaScript, a powerful language. So, JavaScript is basically a dynamic, object oriented programming language that has become an essential tool for web development. So, using JavaScript, we guys can basically do web development, and also there are also different websites, or there are different powerful languages as well, such as there is Python, okay, and also there are different languages. So we will be learning about JavaScript right over here, okay? So if you're working with JavaScript, if you do have any previous knowledge about HTML or CSS, then it will be a bit easier, but I'm not telling that you have to know only. But if you do have any kind of previous knowledge about programming, then that is just a plus point for you. Okay. And if you don't have that as well, no problem. We will just start with the very basic over here. So, as this is an essential tool for web development, it basically enables interactivity, animation, and also dynamic content on website, which actually helps to make the user experience more engaging. Okay, so using JavaScript, you will be able to make your website more interactive. You can add animation and also you can create some dynamic content for your website, which actually increases the UX experience and make it more interactive between the user. So the next point over here is understanding the basics of JavaScript. So in this particular tutorial, we will explore the fundamental syntax. So we will know what a syntax is, different kind of data types where you guys store your information or store your datas, okay, of JavaScript. We will be covering that. We will learn that what is a variable, what is a function, how to use a conditional statement, and also different kind of loop. Let's say you want to have a particular answer on a regular basis or on a loop you want it to print. It will also show you how to use a loop, which actually form the building blocks of any JavaScript program. So the things which we have mentioned, like the variable, different kind of functions, using conditional statement and using loop, will basically give you guys a basic idea about how to work with JavaScript programming. So these are mainly the building blocks of JavaScript programming. And the next point over here is mastering the JavaScript functions. Okay, so functions are the building blocks of JavaScript. So they allow you to encapsulate and reuse code. If you do want to encapsulate or reuse a particular mate code, you will be able to do that over here. We'll delve into function declarations, function expressions, and arrow functions. And also, we will be discussing different parameter passing and also about the return values. Okay, so we will learn what an expression is, how to use a function expression, what is a arrow function, okay, and how you will be able to use the function declaration. We'll be learning and covering each and everything. I'm not expecting you to understand me just by telling you what all these things are, but just for your knowledge that you guys know that what all we are going to cover throughout this tutorial. So for now, just have a basic idea what all we are going to learn. And after that, once we move deep into our classes, you guys will be able to relate with all of these things individually. So the next point over here is manipulating the DOM or the document object model with JavaScript. So as I've already told you guys that the full form of the DOM is document object model, which is a crucial concept in JavaScript. So here, basically what happens is that you do have a particular JavaScript which you try to manipulate if you do have a mm, particular data type. If you want to change that particular data type, you guys will be able to do that inside that. Like you will be able to select that particular thing, and later on, you guys can modify. If you do want to manipulate, you guys can manipulate the HTML elements using the JavaScript. So overall, it actually enables the dynamic and the responsive web pages. Okay, so it is quite a helpful thing we will be learning, which is the document object model. So the next thing over here is handling events in JavaScript. Okay, so events are the backbone of the interactive web applications. Okay, so these are basically the backbone of an interactive web application. Over here, we will explore how you can listen and respond to user interactions. Okay, so over here, we will learn and explore how you can actually listen and respond to the UI. Okay, such as how you will be able to respond to clicks, how you will be able to respond to key phrases, and basically form submissions, allowing for a real-time user experience. So we will also learn how to actually handle those events in JavaScript. And the next point here is asynchronous JavaScript with callbacks and promises. So JavaScript is asynchronous by nature, which can be challenging to manage. We'll cover the callbacks, promises, and async or await, which are basically essential for handling asynchronous operations like API calls and data fetching. Okay, so we'll also learn about this particular topics, and we will also explore the power of JavaScript in libraries and framework. As this is a very big level of programming, okay, this language is quite vast. So they do have their own ecosystem of libraries and frameworks. Okay, so we do have the React.js, okay, we do have the Angular, we do have the Vue.js, which provide some pre-built solution and some of the best practices for building complex web application. And under that, we also do have the Node.js. You guys can actually use that as well. Like you guys can basically explore. And for the next thing over here is that using all of these solutions, okay, all of these pre-built solutions and all of using all of these best practices, you guys can actually build some complex web application. So eventually, throughout our classes, we will learn about the benefits, and also I'll be telling you guys that how to get started with all of these libraries and these frameworks. So lastly, I would like to say that in this tutorial, we will be exploring the fundamentals of JavaScript, its key concept, and also its powerful capabilities by mastering JavaScript. So you will be able to create some dynamic, interactive, and responsive web applications that engage and delight users. So we will totally get started with JavaScript from our next chapter. We will explore all the fundamentals of JavaScript, understand about all the key concepts, what are the powerful capabilities of this particular language, and also how you will be able to create some dynamic, interactive, and responsive web application that your user are able to engage and be delighted. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.